Hello, my name's Fox, and today I'm Ep15, and looks like I was cast away on an island for a few weeks. Give me a minute. Kind of get a Tony Stark thing going here, but no. There we go. Listen to your barbers, kids, because when she says, it looks alright, I'm like, no, I think you need to take a little more off the top, and then you cut off too damn much. Good thing is, it'll grow back, so hopefully. Yeah, it will, but you know what I mean. Any case, the Owl House, what is it? Kids something? Them's the breaks, kid. I love this episode, but also just before that, back in the last episode, I forgot to bring this up. I put it in the I'm not sure I'm going to be able to see the little comment thing below the video, or in the video, whatever, but, I didn't notice that, Darius signed this book for Alador. I'm like, that's hilarious. But yeah, them's the breaks, kids. They're, like, here's the thing, like, you know, the Owl House is getting the bum rap right now because, you know, the freaking, Disney's like, oh, you know what? I don't really think you need to, we screwed up tying the, TV animation to, the parks and, COVID happened. So we're going to cut your show short. You only get 2 seasons and some view specials, which, you know what? Fine. They didn't just straight out at least cancel it. Though I honestly would have just preferred you put the show on hiatus after season 2 until you had enough money to make a full season 3. That's what I would have said to do, but whatever. But some people have thrown out the idea, all right, well, the Owl House is going to end. But that doesn't mean, we can't get more things. Like maybe we could get like an EDA spinoff when she was a kid. And I was just kind of really iffy on the whole idea. I'm just like, I don't know, like prequel. And I was like, mind you, like it could definitely work. Especially since like it's really fun. Like try watching a show that has like a series that's already happening. That's like a sequel to another series, and then go back to other series. It's like basically watching a prequel. That's basically what it is. They just told the story out of order when they have a prequel. I was iffy on it. And then I watched this episode and I'm like, I'm not iffy on it at all. I want more Kid Ida. Also, Rain is badass and I love them. They literally one plot point out of this is Rain going like, man, if people just try bard magic, they find out it's really freaking cool. And it's not as lame as people think it is. And and honestly, Rain is kind of like here's the thing. I loved the last episode. And I said that was my favorite episode. I think this might be my new favorite episode. And I think that's just showing how good qualities in these newer episodes are becoming. Mind you, a lot of people, for some reason, a lot of people say oh yeah, Owl House gets way better in season 2. And I'm like, no, it was good from the beginning to the end. From episode 1. Are you kidding me? No, it is good from beginning to end. But I will say, I think season 2 is having some of my most favorite episodes in it, especially this one, where just a quick summary of what basically happened. Luz is trying to learn different glyphs to try to open up the portal to... Oh, shit. Trying to open up a portal. Oh, God. I added missing note to the link. Oh, shit. Find a way to open up the portal to the human world, which she creates... Let's see. What was it? God, what is wrong with that? Okay, hold on. Jesus Christ. Okay. You don't want to show it. Alright, fine, whatever. Luz is working on new glyphs. She worked on, let's see, where's my phone? Alright, she worked on, let me see. a tornado glyph, which is a light glyph that feeds into 3 fire glyphs that surround an ice glyph, a water or a fountain glyph, which is fire surrounding ice, which makes sense because fire would melt the ice. Petrification, which is ice, which is 2 ice and an ice surrounded by 2 ice and then surrounded by a plant glyph, and then a claw glyph, possibly abomination, plant circle surrounded by a fire ring, and then plant surrounded by a plant ring. He's basically using Proto Belos's journal to try to figure out like how to open it. God, my hair is too short. Damn it. It's really pissing me off. It's making me really mad. Anyways, I need this to grow. I need that to grow, and it's gonna make me mad until it grows. Ida is worried that her daughter's obsessing over this a little too much. So she decides, all right, you know what? Let's get time for story time, everyone. Time for story time, which I do love this because, Luz is looking sad, and Ida just...
I could tell you a story.
He's like, yay, story time. Luz like, yay, story time. Also, I love...
Maybe it's for the best. I don't like that you're still thinking about that creep.
I love that because that sounds exactly mother-like, and I love that because they are really setting up at some point. I'm praying at some point for Luz to call Ida mom. Please, you already got Aunt Lilith. You already got and also like someone said like they pretty much like on the internet on like Twitter people were going like so close to her saying Ida's her mom, and I'm like she pretty much confirmed it saying Lilith is her. Lilith is her aunt, and someone's like, well, she could have 2 aunts. I'm like, shut the hell up. I didn't text it because it's not a point to get into an argument like that, but like, come on. That's not what she meant. That's not why she's calling Lilith her aunt. Yeah, basically started to tell a story on how they met Rain, and what is it? It's right. It's this screenshot right here. Because I've seen this screenshot before I saw the show. Which also, I just came back from a vacation. I don't know if I look darker right now or not. I just came back from vacation. And that's also where, Anyways. And I didn't see much. I saw some screenshots. I didn't see much. This is before as soon as the episodes came out, I completely left Twitter for like 4 days. That's why these episodes are so late. But I think it was this screenshot, or it's like one of the screenshots of Ida bouncing a ball on her head, and I'm like, I love her design. I love like everything that's going on right here. And like in Owl Town, there's gonna be a witch sport now because of it. Mind you though, it's not. Mind you though, it's probably stupid. Anyways, there's no golden bug. Ah, man, I should have had a golden button. Anyways, but yeah, basically, this sets up a few things. One, Ida is a pretty much a child prodigy.
Is it a waning or waxing moon? Oh, I don't think that matters.
And basically, I don't want to leave it too long, but she basically goes into like, oh, no, yeah, it's waning because of this, or you have to double up on this. And basically, it sets up immediately that, yeah. And also, this is 7 months before she gets cursed. 7 months they set up. So, Lilith just straight being... Lilith, like, showing how, like, she's trying to figure out everything as well. She's trying to figure out everything and be smart, but also knowing that Ida is just straight better than her in almost every single way. Hold on, let me see.
You're correct.
Because it was, what is it? It's that she says she doubles up on them.
Waning or waxing moon? Oh, I don't think that matters. Yeah, sure it does. If it's a waxing moon, it's a 2-to-1 mix. But if it's a waning, the black root quills lose their oomph, and you gotta double down to a 4-to-1. You're correct.
I love Ida. And here's the thing. Like, I'm, like... I don't know. I don't want it to be like one's better than the other. I like Amphibia. I do. I'm going to watch the Amphibia one after this. I'm trying to upload both of these on 420. Blaze it. But I love the Owl House. Maybe it's because I love the character interaction so damn much. And this show has such good character interactions and lovable characters. I love Luz. I love Luz so much. And I love Kid Ida. I love Kid Ida to high heaven as well as like these two. Like if there's ever an episode, again, where you wanted to do time travel, I want to see Kid Ida and Luz meeting. Because, oh my God, that would be amazing. Because Ida, as a kid, is chaos incarnate, and I love her for it. Oh my God, like, also Basha and Willow's biological mom, these three were actually friends back in the day. Also, this guy's name is Faust, which later on Ida does say, or Faustus, and Ida later on said, Rain asks Ida, why are you here? And Ida goes, I made a deal with the devil. That is a little bit of demonology again. Faustus, is it Faustus? Yes. Faustus made a deal with Mephistopheles. Faustus is an alchemist who made a deal with Mephistopheles. I can't remember if it was for immortality or just for the idea of figuring out how to make the Philosopher's Stone. I can't really remember. And that was what that was a reference to. Similar to Hello Boss and Has-Been Hotel, Donna Terrace knows her damn demonology. I like that. Demonology is stuff with like Lilith and Lucifer, well, Hootsifer in this case. You have Faustus. I'm pretty sure there's a few other things in there that I'm probably missing. Well, yeah, he's a stickler. This is also the teacher, the principal before Bump becomes full principal. When I thought he was just a student here, which it turns out no. Which also, I thought he was a principal during the entire time that Ida was in school, but it turns out no, he was actually just a vice principal. So I'm like, okay. Well, yeah, he makes just rules and just starts firing people, which, one, backdoor things that we see in the episode with the detention track. I like that. I love this scene. Also, I love the horn joke. That's great.
Miss Clawthorne, do you know why I keep you around?
I love this.
My innate talents, my unbeatable charm.
I love this girl so much. Maybe it's because I'm also a smartass, and because this also, like, this character resonates with me on a very personal level. And I don't know if that's a good thing.
No.
I love this part right here.
Because to fight evil, you must understand evil.
I love this so much.
Misdeeds, pranks, schemes. They have given me insight into the depravity.
It kind of looks like his head's like very tiny.
That lurks within the minds of children.
God, he's creepy.
Wow,
I love this.
This is really shocking. I thought there'd be more.
It's the smug cat meme. But also, God, I love it. Like, I love it. She takes every second that she can to be a smartass, and I love her for it. I love her for it. Basically, just so I don't. Basically, I need to get to the Amphibia one too, and I also want to, not have to re-edit the video like 3 or 4 times. Ida has to go do basically the student equivalent of those retreats for I guess jobs supposedly do, where like, oh, we need a retreat so that we help each other learn to become better partners and friends or whatever bullshit. And basically sets up where if Ida can get a ribbon, good, and then Bump will keep his job. If not, Bump gets fired and Ida gets expelled and won't be able to be in the Emperor's Coven. Which also I love this so much. Like, there's so many, like, I don't know, maybe it's just the humor of Kid Ida that just gets me so good. But like, I love humor like this.
I agreed to this.
This will be fine. Perfectly fine. You can go 5 minutes without setting anything on fire, right?
I love this girl to high heaven. Like, she just has constant cat face.
I know you have a reputation of...
I love this girl so much. Also, she filled the detention pit with gelatin because the detention pit likes gelatin. That is adorable, and I love that.
I just see a talented young witch. And I'll wager those stories about you turning the school inside out are just urban legends.
That was a fun day.
I love how Bub's like, oh god, they're all true, aren't they?
Let's try this.
I love this part too. Because again,
this is a stress toy.
I love Eda so much.
Anytime you feel the urge to cause chaos, just squeeze.
Again, this resonates to me with a personal level. Because honestly, I have a smart mouth. I have a smart mouth that I cannot freaking shut up. I cannot shut it up for God heaven, and I have gotten in very much trouble for it. Hell, on this vacation, this last vacation just a few days ago, I got into a shit ton of trouble for this mouth. And into a big-ass argument. So, Eda being someone who's very compulsive in like that sense, where she can't control her chaos, she can't control her smart mouth, that does resonate me with a personal level, and maybe it is the reason why I'm kind of putting this episode a little bit higher than a few other ones, because Eda is very much me. We're at a point where like, I'm trying, we try to do certain things or try to tone down things, and in the end, we kind of just cause chaos. It's a problem, I guess. I don't know, but it resonates me very much, and I love Eda for that.
Prepare yourself.
And maybe that's why I love the Outlaws so much. I can resonate so much with Luz and Eda and so many other characters so much more. And maybe just some other people can. I don't know. But yeah, I love this so much. Also, just how terrible this whole thing is great. Also, Snapdragon is in this because they need to set up someone else I need to hate more than Bellows. I don't know what the reason for the inclusion for Snapdragon is precisely. Because it feels like they're trying to set her up to be almost as bad a villain as Bellows. Maybe that's the thing. Like, they're trying to set up, like, Snapdragon, Kikimora, and Bellows as just straight, like, evil. Like, that is what they are. Flat out. That is, like, their whole thing. Maybe? I don't know. Because this woman straight says, like, if you don't, do what I say, you're gonna, be turned into mulch. And then Steve kind of comes like, ma'am, you can't do that. And goes, that's illegal. It goes, we'll see about that. I'm like, oh shit. She's killed some people. I'm sure.
Your rigorous exercises.
But yeah, Eda wants to do good, but she kind of just can't help herself. Which, I'm not going to blame her for this one. I'm really not. Because just listen to what this kid says.
Not again.
I don't trust that. As soon as the kid says, not again, I think Eda's kind of off the hook for not wanting to do the trust fall. Also, Eda's a potion wizard, or witch, but she constantly is using illusion magic. I'm really surprised for that. Like, why did they put her in the illusion track?
I'm here all night, folks.
Maybe it just was a setup that, like, even though she's a potion wizard, witch, she's more or less, really a mix of everything. Well, see, it's like, she's just trying to, have a good time and stuff, and, it just gets her in trouble. And I don't know, it resonates with me. It resonates with me a lot. I wish I had a Rain Whispers. I wish I had a Rain Whispers to have been a good friend with, or someone else like that. I would have done, even to the point where Eda straight says, like, I don't have any friends other than my sister. That's kind of how I grew up with my brother, except my brother was in Texas, so fuck. But, I kind of, I guess, but yeah, like, I kind of would have loved, like, a Rain Whispers at my school, like, that kind of friend. I don't know, this this resonates with me. And basically these two basically say, Rain, or they basically are like the top student of their class. Eda is, top student, but can't really follow rules. So they decide to team up, and they have a badass team up of buttball, a rudimentary machine, where I like this because it very much balances them out, where Eda is, brilliant, but very instant compulsion. Like, there's a compulsion, she immediately goes to do it. Smart mouth, whatever. Rain is someone that's helping Eda make that balance. God, I wish I had that. I wish I had the balancer. Because Lord knows I don't, and Lord knows I got into a shit ton of trouble because of it. So yeah. I love this. I love the character interaction between this, where you could see straight, and like, you could tell right now, like, Eda is very much like, did this one almost like hands down easily. And like, there was nothing like that. Like, Eda needed that balance, and Rain is definitely that balancer for her. Also, and that's when Eda fell in love. But yeah, these also, Bump is a dork, and I love that. But yeah, Snapdragon then basically says, yeah, no, we're gonna play a game of slavers and slaves. The slaves will run around, and they just have to survive. They have to escape the slavers. I guess really it's just cops and robbers, but still, that's kind of how I took this. I'm like, it's kind of like, I feel kind of like it's a little bit of race thing, especially because, like, they exile Eda eventually as a wild witch and all that stuff. So, but yeah, I was just like, Also, I just realized, yeah, they kind of also had the brown child being chased around by the lighter-skinned children. I know they do have the one brown kid at one point, but yeah. So, but yeah, like, I don't, yeah. But yeah, like, I was like, but yeah, Eda basically says, Rain shows off how badass they are.
We got you now for the cuttings.
Eda's like, no, we're not going to do that. And then these two go ahead and do a Shidori Rasengan style, like, run at each other. Before then having their very own Lumity dance. And I straight love it so much. I love that so much. And then basically Snapdragon basically Bump says, well, it looks like Eda, it looks like you're gonna have to be selling junk in the night market while I'm gonna get fired. And it's like, oh, you're half right. Snapdragon goes, no. Everyone loses for one, but I'm gonna tell Faustus that you need to be trained because you are a excellent, witch. Also, so that way no one loses anything, and Bump doesn't lose anything either. And also, I do love a few things. One, that like Rain, also like, even when Rain and Eda meet, like, Eda drinks like the most terrible juice, which again, something I resonate with, because when I went to school and like I drank like the milk there, it always tasted like shit. It always tasted like shit. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it was 1% milk. Maybe because it was in a carton. You could taste the carton in the milk. I hated it. Hated it. Again, if I had a Rain to make my drinks made, I would probably have eaten more lunch foods. But I didn't because I hated school lunch. And this very much rings true with that, with the juice in this sense. And Rain has a little cool thing where, they are able to blow into the drink and make it actually taste good.
All right, I get it.
Also, I love this scene right here. Because again, this just shows a little bit more of Eda's kind of compulsions, I guess.
Same boring activities, same boring faces.
Till whittle old me.
See, she doesn't do it to technically get in trouble, but at least for me, this is how I always see it. She's not technically trying to get into trouble with this. She's trying to make people laugh. She's trying to have fun. And like, it is almost like a compulsion for that. And she doesn't need to be, and maybe I'm just talking again about myself a little bit, she doesn't need to be controlled. She just needs someone to understand her. At least that's how I feel this is going. And again, maybe I'm self-projecting a bit. But yeah, that's at least how I feel on that. And Rain definitely understands her and is definitely able to balance her. And I love that so much. And also, if anything, this very much is tied with Luz too, because Luz is very similar to that too. Even though Luz is less, like, chaotic, I guess. Like, Luz very much is like, you know, I'm going to bring snakes to school for my project. It's like, why did you do that? And it's like, I thought it'd be cool, I guess. Or like, you know, the blood thing, like, both Luz and Eda, I relate to a lot. It's a very compulsive kind of thing we, like, done. It's like, you know, it's kind of like that. I don't know. I liked that. And again, their dance, I liked them working together. We see Lilith kind of stressing about all this, so we kind of see how she was. And then also, we also see Ghoulade. God, Ghoulade. We also see that Rain is the one that gets Eda hooked on apple blood.
Huh? Rain?
Which I guess Bump decided that, hey, we need to stock up on actual good stuff when he becomes principal.
What are you doing here? Oh no, your scholarship.
Don't worry.
Oh yeah, Rain was going to get a scholarship. Also, there's the point where one of the switches said, my parents said if I don't come back with a ribbon, not to come back at all. And I'm just like, yeah, everybody's like, oh, you know, they're thinking out for me. I'm like, yeah, but bad parenting. Bad parenting. Same thing with Odalia and Alador. Like, you know, I'm sure they're doing it so their kids can have very good futures, but also doing it in a very bad way. I don't excuse what they do. I just understand that they're bad parents, but they're trying to do it for their kids. That's what I'm just trying to say on that note. But yeah. Yeah, Rain is able to then go to Hexside, and they become best friends, and we have a whole little, you know, Rain just falling in love here. And, basically then, just like any parent telling a story, her kids go to nap time. Her kids have a little nap time. And, no, getting sleepy must resist. Nah, losing resist. God, the drawing is terrifying. Also, I love this too, because here's the thing, like, I think Donna said, like, you know, this, or someone said, like, you know, this is just the, one, you know, like, they say, oh yeah, like, how this story ties into, like, the bigger picture of everything. It's like, no, this, someone said on Twitter, like, one of the creators or whatever, said, like, no, this is just kids having fun. And then
Forget all about the pain.
And then as soon as I saw this, I'm like, no, you're a liar! Because Rain uses her magic to manipulate the drink. So it's like, no, Rain isn't freaking brainwashed. She's not brainwashed. And she's also working with Darius, which also I love the physical storytelling of, like, whose abomination? It's like, we know, oh, it's Darius's. And also, Rain is basically just doing all this to protect Eda. Like, the reason why I'm not trying to get Eda involved, even though they probably should.
We thought. Bell.
Also, draining spell. Sigils. Drain through sigils. That's what I called glyphs before this, and also, and you'll see. But still, I'm just looking at this, and I'm like, and then draining spell too, and I'm like, But anyways, also, they said 9 powerful witches. How many covens are there? I should probably know this. Also, I do love that these last few episodes have really been boosting the amount of, like, love I have for, like, they're, like, boosting, like the love for the other covens. Like, Bard Coven suddenly is way cooler. Abomination Coven, definitely way cooler after last episode. Let's see. There's 9 covens. So, 9 powerful witches. Channels power through 9 powerful witches of, like, everyone else. And blast it to the thing for, I guess, to get rid of magic, I'm guessing. which I will bring that up about that later. But also, I think I might have called this the One Ring from Lord of the Rings a little bit. And mind you, I'm completely on my depth in Lord of the Rings lore, so correct me if I'm wrong. The One Ring can control all of the other rings that are given to the different races. My guess is, whatever that symbol is, it kind of connects to all the other seals, all the other symbols, stuff like that. And my guess is, whatever that symbol is, whatever his seal is probably going to channel all of the magic from everyone into, Unity, into Hunter, and make him an extremely powerful witch. Like, put out all that magic into him. Because there's no reason for him to have something that seals magic, because he doesn't have magic. All of his magic comes from a staff. My guess is, again, the first part, that all of that magic, that Belus is going to use it to channel all of his magic, or all of the magic from all the other witches or covens or something like that, into Hunter. To make him a super witch, probably. Like, to make him have magic. And obviously it has a little check mark there. So, whatever this ritual is, it has to happen when he's a kid. When he's the age he is now, I'd imagine. Maybe, I don't know. But anyways, door is being moved. I guess they're gonna drain the magic out of all of them to then link up to the human world? Maybe? I don't know. Or I could definitely see them doing this, and it causes the witches to lose their magic, but then it's the magic is also still in the air, maybe merged with Earth, and basically now glyphs, glyphs are gonna be the main use of magic. Maybe that's kind of what I'm thinking is probably gonna happen by the end. Maybe, I don't know, but yeah, I love this a lot. I love Rain basically trying to protect their love. Darius straight saying we need Eda, and also showing that Darius is in on trying to protect. The reason why he wants to protect the Golden Guard now, especially with everything is yeah, he's working with the Resistance. They're trying to take down the bad guys. Hell yeah. Also, Sprout thing came from this whole interaction. I liked a little bit more backstory. They're making Bump so much more lovable, and I love that too. They made Bump lovable, I think, the second episode? Yeah, but yeah, I love that too. He legitimately cares. I love Eda to high heaven, and I love losing Eda. They are definitely daughter and mother. Again, I love this. I love this so much.
Right?
If you want to sum up Kid Eda in I don't know, 10 seconds, this is the one clip you just need to show.
I can't believe I agreed to this.
This will be fine. Perfectly fine. You can go 5 minutes without setting anything on fire, right?
Oh my god, and I love this so much. I love this so much. And just as soon as I saw Rain whistling into the cup, I'm like, oh my god, they've never been taken over. I'm sure if you look into the other episodes, you'll probably either see them whistling into the cup when handed the tea, or you'll see something similar to blowing, obviously. But yeah, I love this episode. This is probably my favorite episode. And honestly, I'm honestly excited for the next Amphibia episode too. But by God, this is such I to blow me out of the park. They're gonna have to do something very special, which I know it's gonna be a flashback. It's a flashback episode too. So Amphibia one, I'm like, okay, you might be able to get me. But right now, Owl House is definitely still in my lead of favorite shows. I love the interactions. I love the characters. Again, maybe it's a bit personal because smart ass, and I guess more compulsive, and lose a little bit more compulsive. I guess. I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Tell me what your favorite Owl House episode is, honestly. This is probably my favorite one right now. I love this. It shows Eda being a mother. It shows Eda and Rain meeting. It shows Eda being a kid, which is freaking amazing. I love them. Even the school, the teacher being these shoes were too squeaky or not squeaky enough and stuff like that. And it kind of reminded me of my freshman year a little bit. I think I'm gonna do a Dingo Doodles, whatever, video of me, like of my stories of that year. By God, to the point where, like, did I bring up the lunch when the teacher tried to force me to eat vegetables? I don't know if I did. I probably did in some video. Fun thing. And a little bit shows a bit of my smart assness in there. But beside that, I love this. This is cool. Tell me what you're going to comment below. Thanks for watching. Please check out my other videos. And yeah, this is great. I love this a lot. Thanks for watching. And I'm pretty sure there's some symbolism with it. Oh, yellow flowers and red flowers for Rain and EDA in your tracks. But thanks for watching for good videos, and we will see you later. God, I love this episode so much. Also, I got Albert over here as well as the rest. Oh, I gotta unbox my golden my guard mask.